hi Jasmine.
Hi Pooja.
Jasmine is from Melbourne and she is representing Arrow Digital, right?
Yes.
And I understand you're here in India for startup collaborations.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little about what is this company into and what are you looking for in the startups in India?
Thanks. So Arrow Digital is a growth accelerator, a company that was started in 2007. I'm one of the co-founders of the company, and it was all about, this is 2007, iPhones were just being released, so the technology was still sort of all, growing, and we were one of the first few companies who were partnered at that time with the likes of Google and, to help companies in Australia to help them grow and scale. And of course, Australia, there is the markets at that time were quite defined. Most of the client base used to be around the eastern seaboard. So, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane is where most people were finding their core customers for growth. And having moved to Australia from India, I could see the opportunity of that whole international outlook. And the companies that we were working with, we helped them expand into new markets. And at that time, it was always US, UK, Canada. That has been the go-to pathway for Australian companies who are looking to go international. Last 6 years, I've had the opportunity to work a lot with tech accelerators, helping them with global market access. And with my background of spending 20 years by that time in Australia and before that in India, I could just see the opportunity that India presents. And India is at that cusp of, the startup space is just so, growing. It's mainstream now. And a big shift I noticed when I came last year was that the youth here, they are not just after working in those big brands, which are corporates. There is that hunger to do something which is meaningful, which is purpose-led. And that's why they are seeking to work or start startups. So what I do, I run a program called the Big Leap. It is an Australian government, it's a Oz industry backed, so federal government backed accelerator for Australian technology companies to help them grow and scale and validate their market in India. So I work with Australian tech companies, help them see if that India is the right market for them. Is their product the right fit for India? Help them get India ready, get their strategy right for India. And then in the final phase of the program, the startups go through multiple stages of learning and elimination. And then the finalists get the opportunity to come, for which we are here now, which is called our India Immersion Trip. So they come and they actually get a feel for the market. And what we are looking for here, Pooja, is of the startups that have come on this trip this time, to help them find the right JV partners, the right collaboration partners, help them really commercially launch and connect with the startup ecosystem.
That's amazing. So how many startups have come this time in this trip?
So we have 3 finalists who come. One of them, I think you just met, Renata from MaxMe, which is a platform which is about maximizing human potential. And it is just so relevant given, in today's AI age where they say most of the jobs will be done by, machines. The human skills become so important. So this platform is all about maximizing that human potential, how to make sure that people, young folks who are coming into their job market, how can they be work ready, how can they have those self-awareness skills, how to have mindfulness, how to communication. So it helps them not just assess those skills, but also develop those skills in a gamified way, just like how the young people want to learn, like small bites of content.
Amazing. And in Arrow Digital, which is an accelerator, how many startups are currently there incubated?
So we work with we have various programs. There are a few companies who go through a structured program like the Big Leap. And then we have Arrow Scale-Ups where they may not necessarily go through a full acceleration journey. They just need market access. So for them, it is the India strategy. So we have quite a few companies, over 20 companies that we are working with who are all India market ready. They have validated their product. They are from medical, medtech, fintech. Another company that I was just was talking about, they have created virtual reality glasses, which are for people who may have had a mental, like either trauma or brain injury, which leads to cognitive decline. And it's physiotherapy you could do in the comfort of your home. So that's another one.
Great.
One is a fintech. They have created a platform which is for optimization of stock portfolio returns. So it's very diverse, which is what
amazing. That's really good to hear. So Jasmine, why don't you tell us what made you get started on the entrepreneurship journey? You mentioned that you joined as a co-founder.
Yeah, started the company.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, you know, when you sometimes your entrepreneurship is something that you know that you will always be one, and sometimes the pathway is open for you to see like this is a problem that needs to be solved. So you know, when I before moving to Australia, I was working as a project manager for an e-learning company, an American e-learning company.
Which
and
one?
It was at that time called eMind, and now it's acquired by Kaplan Services. So it was a financial services e-learning. And you know, you work in a senior role and you go to a new country and you're always thinking that you will probably get another similar role, which doesn't happen. And you know, I started applying for jobs which are 1 or 2, 3 levels down. Didn't happen.
Good, it didn't happen.
Good didn't happen. Then you take some odd jobs, including working in a call center. But I could soon see that, you know, I have a background in technology. I learned COBOL, DBase, Oracle, all of that. And then my MBA. So I could just see the opportunity for helping businesses tell their stories right. That is what I'm really passionate about. That if you've got a good product, you solving a problem which has a application which goes beyond just your local area, how do we help more people get to know that? And that's what got me into that. They say when you can't see what is being done, you create. And for me, it's about helping businesses grow. Like my words are always growth. That's what it is. Personal growth, business growth, economic growth, country growth, and global growth. So that's really where
absolutely.
It comes in.
So I'm going to share some very quick sort of rapid fire questions, and you can you know, take like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, quickly tell us.
Quickly answers. Okay.
So how old is the company?
Started in 2007.
2007.
So we are close to 15 years.
15 years. Wow, great. What is the team size like?
So we are a globally spread out company. We've got a team of 18, all across different areas of.
And which markets are you present in?
Australia, mainly, and India, and now. Right.
So India market, we are very well familiar. In Melbourne or in Australia, how many such accelerators are there?
There are quite a few accelerator programs which are about just helping companies grow or the early stage, getting the MVPs up to MVP stage. Mine is the only program, the Big Leap is the only program for India market access in the format that we have, which was in fact conceived, and I feel quite grateful about it, about the fact that it was done before the India-Australia Economic Cooperation Trade Agreement came about. So, and that was really good that when we were announcing our program, we had PM Modi, the Australian Prime Minister, talking about increasing bilateral commerce.
Great, superb. Any particular companies that you would want to name who might have already become big, who were in your accelerator?
So this program is specifically for early stage companies. So maybe some of the people may not have heard their names in India, but we work with a lot of Indian companies as well who may be looking at going to Australia.
Got it.
So some of them, the ones have been they're into health, sports tech and all. Some of the names that you may know of organizations that we worked with from a global perspective were tech companies like similar to what you have realestate.com, we've got realestateview.com.
Got it.
Some of the companies here you may know of BigCommerce, that's another company that we worked with. It's a shopping cart company. So yeah,
Great,
quite a
it's
few.
superb. And do you invest also in your companies?
Yeah, so it's about helping them from funding, connecting with other founders. So how we do that is there are we have what we call a build, grow, exit program, where we help companies who are at that stage to present them in front of founders where they pitch, and we help them getting investor ready. I have something called your investor readiness score app. So we help them understand how investable is your business, help them improve on those metrics, and then connect them to the
investors.
right investors, whether
Got
it's
it.
angels or VCs.
Right. So in future, does Arrow Digital plan to have its own sort of fund where they can decide to
Great
then...
question. You are reading my mind, Pooja. So one of my big goals is to create a fund which will invest in women-led ventures. Who come from diverse backgrounds. And for me, diversity is not, it is targeting women, but it is also targeting women who come from all sorts of cultural backgrounds, regional areas, different, metro location, so that fund is about investing in diverse founders.
Right.
We are very early stages with that, and our goal is to create a fund which is backed by other women who are with an international outlook.
Sure. Anything that you might want to tell to potential investors who might want to eventually invest in your fund so that you can distribute it in the right places?
Yeah, sure. So, they say that when you invest in anything, returns are important. So yes, profits are really important, but combining profits with purpose and making sure that when you are investing money, it has a good trickle-down impact to all levels. And we have research backs this, that only less than 1% of VC fund goes to women-led ventures. And even today we were talking to one of the founders we were talking to, and they were told, you have to, if you are looking to raise capital, you need to bring in a male investor. And to me that is like, no, why should it be so? Because numbers prove that women, when their ventures are backed, they have a higher success rate. They bring in more people, and it has more equitable wealth distribution.
Right.
So for those of you investors who are looking to invest in ventures which are profitable, they have commercial benefits, but they're also ones which are impact related, then we would love for you to have a connect with us at Arrow Digital, the Big Leap program.
Great. And what are the annual revenues that Arrow Digital is able to do right now?
It's few $1 million, but it's something that we generally don't talk much about. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm guessing we don't need to talk about profitability because it's not a fund versus growth sort of story, because it's an incubator.
No.
So I'm guessing from that angle, it's a healthy business already.
It is. We are a multi-award winning business. In fact, just last week, Arrow Digital was named, and the Big League program was named as a finalist in the Australia-India Business Impact Award, which has an amazing jury, like from NASSCOM, from CII, organizations here in India, and of course in Australia, the trade commissioners. So the work that we are doing is about creating better economic ties between the two countries and giving an equal opportunity to founders to connect with other founders and create a combined product which may be more powerful than their individual products.
Right, absolutely. Great, Jasmine. I think it's been a pleasure talking to you and knowing you. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Pooja.
Thank you.